What's up, everyone, and welcome back to NFL Nexus. All right, let's just get right into it. The Kansas City Chiefs. They are sitting on top of the football world right now, the reigning champs. But as we all know, in the NFL, if you're standing still, you're getting left behind. And their latest move, well, it's not just some minor roster tweak. It is a strategic bombshell, a move that could seriously redefine their entire quest for another Super Bowl ring. So what exactly did they do? And more importantly, why is this specific move getting so much attention? Let's break it all down. So right off the bat, you have to be asking yourself the same thing I was. Why on earth would a team that has Patrick Mahomes, even think about making a trade for another quarterback? And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The simple answer, the one you always hear in the NFL, is insurance. But trust me, what we're talking about here is so much more than just a simple backup plan. This is a calculated, deliberate move to protect the single most important position on the field, and it's happening at the exact moment a shadow of uncertainty has started to creep over the franchise. And there it is. This is the move that sent absolute shockwaves rippling through the league. The Kansas City Chiefs have gone out and traded for quarterback Justin Fields. This is the absolute core of our story today. You've got a team that, on paper, seems to have everything they could possibly need, and they just went and added a player with an incredible amount of talent and potential. You know, this isn't just a roster move. It's a bold declaration from the front office. They are basically screaming to the rest of the league that they are leaving absolutely nothing to chance in their hunt for another championship. And of course, the team didn't waste any time making it official. Now, let's look closer at this slide because the tone here is really interesting. I mean, look at the language they're using. The QB room's newest member. Welcome to Chiefs Kingdom. They even tag him directly. This is not the cold, transactional language you sometimes see in these announcements. Like, the team has acquired the contract of player X. No, this is a public embrace. It's warm. The Chiefs are sending a clear signal, not just to Justin Fields himself, but to the fans and to every other team in the league that this is a significant, important addition. They're showing everyone that they are 100% behind their new quarterback. It's a masterclass in messaging, really. It manages expectations and sets a positive tone from day one. Okay, so to really, truly understand the why behind this trade, we have to start with the man who is basically the center of the Chiefs universe, Patrick Mahomes. You can't analyze this move in a vacuum. This entire decision, every single piece of it is fundamentally and directly linked to the status of their superstar quarterback. Everything revolves around number 15. And this slide right here, wow. It just brilliantly lays out the two conflicting realities that the Chiefs front office is trying to juggle. On the left, you've got the dream scenario, right? The ideal. Patrick Mahomes. He's the face of the franchise, the engine of that high-powered offense, the undisputed leader in that locker room. He's everything. But then you look to the right, and you see the current, much more difficult reality. The team is actively managing his injury. And then you see the words that should send a chill down the spine of every Chiefs fan, preparing for a potential extended absence. Let's not mince words here. Those words carry an immense weight. An extended absence for a player of Mahomes' caliber, that doesn't just change the outcome of a few games. It has the power to alter the entire trajectory of a season, and with it, their championship aspirations. So, this is the crucial point. This is the whole shebang right here. The Justin Fields trade is the direct, tangible, physical answer to that scary problem we just saw on the last slide. It's the action they took to counter that looming, dangerous uncertainty. And I want you to notice the specific wording here. An experienced option. This is key. They didn't just bring in a rookie to learn the ropes from the sidelines, and they didn't sign a career backup who was just happy to hold a clipboard. No, they went out and acquired a player who has been a starter in this league, someone who has stood in the pocket against elite NFL defenses, and who, they believe, can be trusted to actually lead an offense if called upon. That experience is invaluable. Okay, so we've really dug deep into the why of it all. We get the motivation. Now let's pivot and get into the who. Who exactly is Justin Fields? What does he bring to the table? And why was he the specific player the Chiefs targeted for this incredibly high-stakes role? Let's meet the new QB. All right, let's break him down. First and foremost, he's a former first-round pick. Now, that's not just a fancy label. That pedigree means that at one point, every expert in the league looked at his physical tools and said, that is elite. He has a level of raw talent that most quarterbacks can only dream of. Second, as we mentioned, he brings that crucial starting experience. He's not going to be intimidated by the moment. He's been there before. But the real intrigue, the thing that makes this so exciting, is what the slide calls his unique skill set. He is a dynamic, explosive athlete known for his mobility and his almost magical ability to create something out of nothing when a play breaks down. He's not a statue in the pocket. He's a true playmaker who can beat you with his arm and his legs. And that dynamic style of play is what makes this move so fascinating from a football perspective. When the source material says he offers a different dynamic, what it really means is he can threaten a defense in ways that force them to completely change their game plan. His mobility means that plays are never, ever truly over. A sack turns into a 15-yard scramble. His ability to make things happen on the ground adds a whole other dimension to the running game that defenses have to account for on every single snap. And just imagine what this does for a brilliant offensive mind like Andy Reid. It gives him and his coaching staff a whole new set of tools, a whole new box of toys to play with. The possibilities are genuinely exciting. So let's pull the lens back for a minute. Let's look at the big picture. This isn't just a knee-jerk reaction to a potential injury. What we're witnessing is a proactive, forward-thinking strategy. This is about the kind of organizational philosophy that separates the good teams from the truly great perennial contenders. And this slide right here, this is the core of that philosophy. The term is maintaining competitiveness. It's all about being proactive. The Chiefs aren't sitting around waiting for disaster to strike and then scrambling to find a solution off the street. They are anticipating a potential problem, adversity at the most important position in all of sports, and they are moving decisively to stabilize it before it has a chance to derail their entire season. That's the difference between a good team and a great organization. It's foresight, it's planning, it's playing chess while other teams are playing checkers. Now, this is where the conversation gets really, really interesting, because this slide highlights how this is a two-way street. Think about it. It's not just about what Justin Fields can do for the Chiefs, but also about what the Chiefs system can do for Justin Fields. He is stepping into an environment with one of the best offensive minds in the history of the NFL, into a system that is famous for its adaptability. The Chiefs don't try to force a square peg into a round hole. They rebuild the hole around the peg. They adapt their scheme to highlight what their players do best. Now, for a player with Fields' kind of raw, untapped talent, this could be the absolute perfect environment to finally unlock his full potential. It's a fascinating partnership. Okay, so we've covered the what, the why, and the who. We've looked at the strategy and the potential. So the final logical question is, what happens now? What does the road ahead look like for the Kansas City Chiefs and their brand new quarterback? From this moment forward, all eyes, all the cameras, all the analysis, it's going to be focused on the integration process. How quickly can Justin Fields possibly learn that complex, nuanced Kansas City playbook? How will he build that crucial chemistry and timing with a group of receivers and tight ends he's never thrown to before? And maybe most importantly, how will the coaches tailor their plays to fit his specific skill set? His ability to get up to speed as quickly as possible is going to be absolutely critical to keeping this team's championship hopes alive and well. And so we end right back where we started, with a big question. But it's a much more refined, a much more specific question now. It's not if he will have to play, but how will he play if he does? How will this dynamic, mobile, talented quarterback fit into what is arguably the league's most creative and high-powered offensive machine? The answer to that question could very well define the story of the entire upcoming NFL season. What do y'all think? Is this the smartest move of the offseason, or is it a risk? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a huge favor and hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed to NFL Nexus so you don't miss any of our future deep dives. Oh, and one last thing. We're always looking for ways to support the channel, and we've just launched a series of football-themed coloring books. They're actually really cool, perfect for kids, grandkids, or even for adults who just want to relax. You can check them out using the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on your screen right now. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.